Hello one and all, this is Luckless Lovelocks. Welcome back to Orwell. What a crazy conclusion to the last episode. Nina's now dead. She was killed when she offered resistance to the intervention team trying to arrest her. I don't really feel horrible that I sent the team to arrest her. What I feel bad about is how it ended. I wanted to question her because things seemed suspicious. There's a lot of circumstantial evidence pointing to her being involved in the bombings, and it would have been nice to question her and get her side of the story. And I feel like, and it was kind of confirmed in the comment section, that we're missing a piece of the story, and that piece was why she seemed to harbor this hatred towards the government. We got that she went AWOL at one point, and a piece of information that we missed apparently was that her ex-boyfriend was killed around the time that she went AWOL, and he was also part of the military. So if I had known that, I might have made different choices. I'm not sure, but that's what's so cool about the way this game is written. Different people will go through it and find out different information, and as a result make different choices. And I think that's, even though the gameplay is like relatively simplistic, right? You're just collecting data chunks and reporting them, deciding what to report, making a few choices like you would in like an adventure game, like a Telltale game or something like that. But in this game, it's the other things. It's the little details. It's the stuff that's in between the lines that really make a difference. And so what I'm going to try to do is do a better job of finding those things, although there's a lot of information to sift through. So what that means is I might be going through it a little bit more slowly, but I think in the long run we'll benefit because the story is very rich and rewarding. And then what we found out right at the end was that Abraham GOLDFELS sent a email to Nina, and it's implied that he motivated Nina to commit the Bonton bombings. Big unknowns. Initiate. What do they want? Who are they? Was that actually Abraham that sent the email? Because it seemed to come out of nowhere. Last thing we found out about Abraham was that he left Thought because he felt like it was getting too violent, too confrontational. He wanted it to be about expressing opinions. Juliet, Nina did contact Juliet at the end, so she thinks of Juliet as someone that she can trust. Is she more involved in the bombings? Harrison, has he really converted? Is he a supporter of the government now? Or is he trying to maybe do something from within the system? I don't know. Anyways, I'm excited to move on to episode 4, guys. I hope you are too. Let's do this. Oh, back again, I still can't believe what happened yesterday. Tell me about it, Symes. We got the perpetrator of the bombings. Everything looks that way, but at what cost? I mean, did we do the right thing, flagging Miss Maternova as dangerous? Did we kill her in the end? So Symes does seem to have a conscience, at least, because I don't know, it seems like before he was just like blindly persecuting these people. I wish you could talk to me, at least this one time. Speaking into this one-way channel feels like barking at a wall endlessly. First of all, as you found out, Abraham GOLDFELS seems to have incited and planned the assaults. We need to get him, today. There must be some lead on him we have overlooked. We'll keep observing all others in case we learn something new. Okay, so looks like our target's gonna be Abraham. Find hints on the whereabouts of Abraham GOLDFELS. Okay. Disappeared, causing Thought to become inactive. Last thing we found out about him. Yeah, we don't have his date of birth, we don't have his address, we don't have any relationships. But he's at the center of a lot. Alright. Let's dig into it. More headlines. Got updates to Harrison's timeline. Looks like some updates on the party. some more information in Nina's file that I missed, I guess. What did I miss? Oh, listener. Okay. Harrison O'Donnell is calling Juliet. Yeah, O'Donnell speaking. Harrison, this is Juliet. Isn't this your office number? You're working on Sunday? Look, as much as I appreciate that I'm once again so important to you, I'm a bit in between things. Harrison, Nina is dead. Quit bullshitting me. Not funny. Take a look at the TNB if you don't believe me. Oh, this is newspaper. What the... She's been associated with the Bonton bombings. I can't believe it. Nina, you stupid piece of... Why in all hell? There's more. I spoke to her yesterday. She called me. I've never heard her so scared. Said she was being tracked by someone and needed to skip town. She just wanted to let me know that was going on in case anything happened to her. Then she packed a few things and went on her way. Wait. What do you mean by tracked by someone? She suspected someone to be wiretapping her calls. She wasn't exactly willing to talk about it. I don't know for sure, but I think it could have been the police. Oh, this is fucking brilliant. How long until they discover the connection to us, huh? They might be listening to this very call as we fucking speak about Nina. Oh, why would they? We didn't do anything. Or did you? No, damn it, but it's becoming blatantly obvious those government assholes are trying to set us up. The bombs were exactly where we held our protests. Then those letters with the song Abe obsessed about. And now you tell me you've been in contact with Nina just yesterday? Pretty much the proof they've been waiting for. We're cooked. Huh? You really believe the government has it in for us? I thought you and the government were best friends forever now after reading your opinion pieces. For what reason would they be after us? Why now? What did we do? Speak up against them one too many times? The fuck do I know? We should seek help just in case. Help? Who's gonna help us? JOSEF Langley. Might be worth a shot. Who? Cassandra's lawyer, don't you remember? A freaking lawyer? What do you want him to do? Bust law enforcement? The government? He understands our situation. Abe also knew JOSEF. I talked to him recently. Really, Jules? They make the laws. They break the laws. We'll need to speak in a language they'll understand, not in one they own. So I take it you've got a much better plan, huh? We need to get the people on our side, turn things around. Abraham knew that. Yeah, you're right. He did know that. So now you're set on miraculously achieving something that Thought spent 1.5 years attempting? This is not about Thought. This is me defending myself. Well, then what's your defense plan? There is this guy. A guy, goes by the name Initiate. Might actually be a girl. Who cares? Look, this hack on the Thought blog, it was a very elaborate hack. Our site is super safe. I'm not an amateur. That guy, girl, whatever, is skilled. And Initiate mentioned having no sympathy for the government. You're gonna trust a random hacker who targeted Thought simply because he said he doesn't like the government? Why would he first threaten us and then work with us? Leave it to me, Jules. I'll persuade Initiate with ease. Imagine the possibilities with our own hacker. Okay, you know what? Have it your way, I'll have it mine. Arguing like the good old days. Is your UTEL alias still Julesy Kerr? Might be more secure than calling each other. Yeah, it is. Let's get going. There goes my chilled Sunday morning. My mind is still spinning around what happened to poor Nina. Watch yourself, okay? What, are you worried about me? Jules. I didn't know you still... Oh, no. Bye, Harry. So the guy thinks that we're spying on the conversation and then drops this information about Juliet. That's... See, this is why my impression of Harrison is like a lot of talk, not a lot of execution. I don't think he could plan anything concrete. Working on Sunday. I guess it would be good to know. Good to know that. I don't know. It's not really that big of a deal. Saturday, Sunday. She sure works a lot, but then again, so do we. True. What does that say about us? Becoming blatantly obvious, these government assholes are trying to set us up. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Seems to be the natural reaction. They must be setting us up because we didn't do anything for sure. I almost understand it. Almost. Okay, what else? What was the other piece of information? Abe also knew. This is definitely something we need to report. Now we have a connection between Abe and Joseph, and they're in contact. So if we can monitor Joseph, we might be able to get a hold of Abe as well. They know each other? Very well. This could be a new lead. I will request to consider Joseph Langley a target. Yet another person in our database, because we're so convinced we're doing the right thing, huh? We have clearance to proceed. We are going to need to know some basics on who Joseph Langley is. Remember to check old sources. Other than that, focus on hints to Abraham GOLDFELS. He's the center, the crux of all this. Okay. So now we're investigating Joseph as well. There's more. Initiate mentioned having no sympathy for the government. Yeah, I mean, didn't we already know that about Initiate? Where is Initiate? It's getting hard to find people in our huge web now. Anti-governmental. And definitely we want this so we can start monitoring her util. I can't believe I'm just like so... I'm not even questioning anymore. I'm just like reporting this stuff. Do I really want... I don't know. It just feels wrong. Actually, it doesn't even feel wrong anymore because it's just so routine. Okay. I've got an email. Joint forces, wise ass. So this must be Initiate. Hey, wise ass. I have no idea who you are and why you suspect us of being involved in the Bonton bombings. Were these usual circumstances? I wouldn't care less about a weirdo like you. But you just told me in your last email you would know. You would now tend to another. Well, have a look at the TNB. Is this the person you wanted to tend to? Soon enough, you'll have some serious explaining to do. And it won't be me, if you get what I mean. Lucky you, I'm not ready to continue this ridiculous battle or whatever it is. Now we've all made ourselves comfortable in the same sinking ship. I want to suggest something better than battling each other. You claim to be righteous? Then be righteous. Become a member of thought. You said you're not on the government's side, so why not be on ours? Let's report that. Thought Mr. O'Donnell left Thought. Now he's actively recruiting for the group. Makes his exit seem unlikely. Yeah, I mean, I think he probably left, but he still feels an affiliation with them. Seems like more of a loose group. Let's take a look at the headlines about the death of Nina. Alleged perpetrator of Bonton bombings dead. Investigative success in Bonton bombings case. Alleged perpetrator killed in her apartment. Explosive devices discovered. Listen, I don't like the reports either. We needed to cover the fact that this happened somewhere in public. We cannot frighten people. Sometimes their truth and ours have to divert for the common good. Oh god. They're not going to tell the truth about it. Alleged perpetrator of the Bonton bombings was dishonorably discharged in 2011. Delacroix shows relief. Perpetrator of the recent attacks across Bonton has been identified and arrested. Special Forces team stormed the flat of Nina M. yesterday evening after evidence suggested that she was the lead suspect in the case. When confronted by the Special Forces, Nina M. drew a firearm and fired at police. The team returned fire, killing the suspect in the process. Upon searching the apartment of the deceased, Special Forces discovered nearly half a dozen additional homemade explosive devices, which Nina had created with easily accessible chemicals, hardware, and military equipment. Investigative forces have indicated that the military-grade equipment belonged to Nina M. during her military service, which she was allowed to keep when she was dishonorably discharged in 2011? What? Whether this might pose a motive for Nina M to commit the assaults is only speculative at this time. Upon receiving the news, Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix showed relief. Our endeavor to find this evil individual has finally been crowned with success. I have never had any doubt about the capability of our investigative methods. This concludes a dark chapter in the history of Bonton and all of the nation. Wow. So which part of this is made up? It doesn't say. Is it this part? I thought Symes was saying that they confronted her outside of, not in her home, but it says here that they did. Flattening him. Damn. Okay. Is there anything new here? Remember the Lost. Oh, okay. This is probably where we would have seen her ex-boyfriend. What was his name again? Desmond? Or was that someone different? I'm not sure. Anyways, let's stick to the mission at hand. Memorial. No. The party people, what's new here? I don't see anything new to report. Other than this image is changed back. Harrison's timeline. What is this? April 16th, 2017 at 10:05 a.m. Off to a slow start on this chilled Sunday morning. This is going to be my day. I can fucking feel it. Not anymore. Oh, in case anybody does recognize the woman next to me, let me know. Just kidding. Very obviously, don't be mad at me, Marka. So, this is the life when you get good money from the national corruptor. I get it now. Okay. Got the headlines. Is there anything new? Heavy rainstorm ravages Bonton and Farview. Strong squalls of low Matilda uproot trees, damaged cars and buildings in the Bonton-Farview area. 4 people got injured. 4 people get injured. Forecasts have predicted bad weather for Saturday, but no one had been expecting harrowing results at this magnitude. Trees were uprooted in the Bonton-Farview area, obstructing streets and burying cars underneath them. Luckily, there have been no casualties reported. With only 4 people being injured, in contrast to that, the material damage is expected to reach into the millions. Firefighters in the area were called to more than 300 operations and temporarily had a hard time to respond, and hardly had time to respond, sorry. Meteorologists have confirmed the storm caused by low Matilda is among the 10 worst rainstorms in the history of Bonton and Farview since the very beginning of weather recordings. Okay, not particularly important. Exclusive interview with gym founder Ronson. Very own Jeffrey Paxton got the exclusive chance to interview gym founder Tyler Ronson after he opened his 100th fitness studio. Is there anything important here? Doesn't look like it. This isn't anyone involved in our investigation. Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicions. We have this picture, right? So let's upload that, Josef. Investigation of Melissa's injury of a police officer has been dropped, right? Nothing new to report here. We've already gone through this story. Bonton Police Database. Arrest record for Nina. Arrest date April 15th. Multiple homicides. Redacted. When prompted to surrender, the suspect instead shouted out aggressively while producing a firearm, aiming at one of the executing special agents. The suspect then opened fire, wounding a special agent redacted on the left shoulder. In defense, special agent redacted drew his pistol and returned fire. As the situation briefing had already suggested to proceed with extreme caution, suspect was hit in the chest twice, causing her to collapse. An ambulance was called, but the paramedics were unable to resuscitate the target. Time of death was announced at the scene. All right, well, we got to go back. I think we have to go back further. Well, alumni, there's something else here that we didn't report. Right. Josef went to Stelligan. Opened his own law office in the city of Bonton. Some years after his graduation from Stelligan in 1992. We have a lot of conversations between Josef and Cassandra. I wonder if those are going to be good to go through now. Cassandra's timeline. Nothing here. What about the listener? That's right. There we go. Here's the thing. I've got an important appointment tonight. Really? Important meeting on Thursday. Is it possible he was meeting with Abraham? Okay. Some more communications with Josef. Is that what it's saying now? Investigate Josef Langley's connection to Abraham GOLDFELS. Professional background. Okay. That's it. Trying to think of when else Josef communicated to other people. Oh, here we go. So we've got access now to Josef's law office website. Profile. After my release from prison, I got involved in a violent knife fight and was facing a jail term for parole violation. Josef submitted a plea for mitigation, which was granted. Now I'll just spend 6 months in community service, then I'll be a free man again. Another portrait. Looking a bit older there. Meet Mr. Josef Langley, a reliable partner in law. Studied criminal law at Stelligan University in Bonton. Instantly after his graduation in 1992, Josef Langley partnered with Catherine Delacroix, a fellow student who is now officiating as Secretary of Security in the government, to found a criminal law office of their own. Delacroix and Langley Legal. That's a pretty important connection. Wow. Do we get to open up a file for Catherine now? Wow, I didn't even know she had a law career going before she actively joined politics. Mr. Langley definitely has been around. So far so good on Mr. Langley's background. Excluding the connection to Delacroix, everything seems unsurprising. What we need to know right now are his connections to Abraham GOLDFELS and possibly the other members of Thought. Nice, yes, we got a call. Or a text, I guess. Text chat. Hello, am I talking to Josef Langley? Hello there, yes you are, and who would you be? I'm Juliet, Cassandra's friend. We spoke a couple of days ago? Yes, of course. Hi, Juliet. How can I help you? Honestly, I don't quite know where to start. By the way, I heard from Cassandra. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you yet. Really? That's good. Where is she? It's not so good. She got arrested. What? Why? I was informed Cassandra has been taken into custody. Apparently they have new evidence regarding the attack on that officer. I tried to call immediately, but they claimed she didn't want to talk to me. That's their official statement. Where did they suddenly dig up new evidence from? Probably doesn't know. I have no idea, but I've just had it with their shenanigans. It's just so annoying that I cannot talk to her. I've been trying every precedent I know to get in contact with her. Joseph, this sadly aligns perfectly with another incident. You've probably read the TNB today. You mean about the Bonton bombings perpetrator? Yes, the woman that died. Nina. She was a friend and also a member of our group, Thought. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It's okay. You couldn't possibly have known. You're right. This is very troubling. Come to think of it, Abraham asked me for a favor for someone called Nina once, quite some time ago. But it wasn't this Nina. There we go. Might well be. I doubt Abe knew many other people named Nina. What was the favor about? It was just a small thing, nothing of importance. Sure. I just spoke to Harrison, another member of our group. We agree the police might be investigating us next. We might be onto, they might be onto everyone in Thought now. They might lock us up straight away. I mean, can they do that? Well, even with the safety bill in place, they still need solid indication you're all involved in the actual bombings. Although honestly, not sure what constitutes a solid indication these days. Is there anything we can do? That you can do, maybe? Juliet, I appreciate that you have come to me. It really is worrying. Now I would take this on immediately were it not for Cassie. I made the mistake to set false priorities once. I owe Cassandra to get her out of this first. Joseph, Nina is dead. She got shot. There's no telling if we're next. Well... I need time to read into some more specialized codes of law again. Write some emails. See if there is legal limbo or basically anything I can do for Cassandra. Maybe I'll come across something that might help you as well. After all, these cases seem connected. It's all I can offer. I hope you understand. I do. It's kind of a relief, thank you. I wish I could do more. I will let you know. Okay, bye. Goodbye, Juliet. Okay, so this is important. Abraham asked me for a favor quite some time ago. Favor for Miss Maternova? This could be important. Follow this lead. And then, oh, Cassandra to get her out of this first, for sure. I can understand that. If I'd been in that situation, I would be trying to get my girlfriend out of there too. Oh, here we go. We've got a response from Initiate. Troubling, very troubling. I'm sorry for what happened, but answer me this one. How can I join Thought when I'm already a part of it? Send me your answer. Wow. Okay, that's huge. Already a part of Thought. So Thought is definitely still very active. I'm reporting this. He is a member already? Why didn't we find any hints of his history with Thought then? Timelines.tna/web warrior. Here it is. This new portrait. Guys and gals, it's a dog. It's a dog, confirmed. Or is that a cat? I can't tell. Yeah, that definitely is the dog we're searching for. Jesus, start taking things seriously, will you? I needed some relief from all the stress and all the craziness that's been going on. Friend me to get express security flaw news. Warrior of the Web, sure. It's another nickname. No comment. It's June 23rd, 1912. I'm not going to report that. It's clearly not his actual birthday. Omnipresent interwebs. It's not important. Interested in entertaining? I don't know about that. Giraffes with hats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hot girl. 45. Oh, lazy passwords. National Bread Eating Olympics and all the memes. Okay, let's start from the bottom here. Open letter to Victor Rosen. We're back to Rosen Tech, who Juliet works for. What do we know about Victor? Nothing much. Get back to initiate. I like having a portrait at least. Dear Victor, you are my idol. I really admire you and your style. You've got an awesome tech company you call your own, and wear shiny snake leather boots that have probably been assembled by children in Uzbekistan. So many hipsters look up to you, wanting to be just a little bit more like you. There is not much more a man could want in life. Something is bothering me though. As the bright star of the tech world, you've got to improve your security. Look, if I use the login like VR Hosen and password it wouldn't be a big deal. No one would give a damn. But for a luminous figure like yourself, just imagine what would happen when somebody who's nothing as benevolent as myself would find those out and post them openly, say on timelines or on any other social media platform. Embarrassing, wouldn't it be? All I demand in return is to have a chat with you personally. There's something that has been bothering me for quite some time now. Even though I got a glimpse into the Rosen Ivory Tower already, you were never available. So let's give that another try. I use a chat tool called Silent Scream. I've written that myself, which will connect to any other chat tool. So use whatever you like. My nick for Silent Scream is Root. What was at Rosen Tech building? Okay. Of course he would have. Everyone I know who is remotely into tech or programming wants to work there, which is quite mind-boggling to me. They actually hire a lot of interns, and only very few people ever get permanent contracts. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder if we can get access to any of these conversations. Bounce Scream. Gerben Ardening. Lol, I can imagine Rosen kicking butts with his leather boots right now. The fuck? That for real? For real as myself. Tried the password, didn't work. Fake. He probably changed it ASAP. Ever get into that chat with you? No, no chat, no message, no nothing. Bummer. Thought so highly of him. This is way back in... Oh, that's not long ago at all. March 16th. And then April 8th, this month. Community, listen everyone. Initiate made a little game for you. Call it Horn versus Horn. It will be available for everyone to play soonish. Those of you who want to play it right now, drop me a line. I'll get you invited to the beta test. So freaking close, damn it. Dyslex. I lose at this every single time. Horn versus Horn. Are you not entertained? You're cheating. No way, Jose. My games are entirely fair. You need to learn to play as much as you need to improve your orthography. Okay. I don't really understand the significance of that yet. See what I did there? Taking my trophy to the next copy shop to print it in large format. They hang it over my bed. Lol, you made my day. That's exactly what that bitch deserves. Really like what you're doing, my friend. This is Sarah McGill. New name. Thanks, a man must serve. So it begins. The Web Warrior hereby declares the data wars on all of you. Data wars? What's data wars? Tell apart what's right or wrong about me in here, and thou shalt be rewarded. It's a trap! Okay. We didn't learn too much from this. Looks like we're going to continue in the next episode, guys. I'm going to take a break right now. Going to continue looking at Josef's website, see what we can find out about him. Thank you so much for watching. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for now, and I love you all.